All right, everyone. So the problem we did without cash in the estate. Remember, we crossed out the 150,000, and we did this problem. It's just a basic problem, just splitting up three items, reconciling the dollar amounts. So all the dollar amounts should equal out. Whoever owes money gets canceled out by who's receiving money. The 46,000 that Amanda owes in this problem gets balanced out by the 24,000 and the 22,000 that the other two receive. So everything nets out to zero. Everything cancels and balances out. That's called reconciling the dollar amounts. Let's do a problem now that has cash in the original estate. Okay, I'm going to scroll down a little. I think that there was a good problem down here on slide, I think it was 9. Yeah, right here. Let's do this one. All right, this one has cash. All right, so three heirs, Andre, B, and Chad, wish to divide up an estate consisting of a house, a small farm, and a painting. So the house, the farm, and the painting are in the estate plus $100,000 worth of cash. All right, so we got to split up these three items plus cash. So you might just think, oh, we'll split up the 100,000 first and say, okay, everyone gets 33,000 or whatever, right? But that's not actually what you do. The 100,000 of cash actually is going to get factored into everyone's fair share. All right, so first step when you have cash is to actually put it in a line underneath everyone's name, basically, because everyone's not receiving 100,000, but that 100,000 is creating everyone's bid. Basically, it's creating everyone's perception of how much the estate is worth. So Andre thinks the house is worth 150,000, right? The farm is worth 430, and the painting's worth 50. Plus, there's 100,000 of cash in the estate. So that 100,000 contributes to his overall perception of the value of the estate. Okay, so that's why you got to add the 100,000 to every person's column. All right, so remember the first step we do is find the sum. Right, we add everything. I have a calculator here, but let's try to add these up in our heads. 580, 680, that looks like 730,000. Actually, I'll split screen with Desmos. Let's go like that. So that's 730,000, 146 plus 425 plus 59 plus 100. That's also 730,000. And then Chad is 175 plus 428 plus 157,000. That's 760,000 right there. That's first step, find all the sums. Then you got to find the fair share. You divide by the number of people that are in the estate. So divide every one of these by 3. Right, so 760 divided by 3 is 253,333. If there's cents, you could just ignore the cents. 730,000 divided by 3 is 243,333, and then this one is the same. So that's going to be 243,333 also. Okay? So that's basically the first couple steps. You add up everyone's column, and then divide by 3 if there's 3 people, or divide by 4 if there's 4 people. All right? And now everyone has a fair share. So Andre and B have the same exact fair share here. It's weird how that works out. I hope I did the math right. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, now next step is you give out the items. So who wins what? So who bid the highest on the house? Well, that would be Chad. Chad bid the highest on the house. Andre bid the highest on the farm. And the painting was B. The cash is just, that's standard amount for every single person, so that's not something anyone is awarded yet till the end. Okay, so now we subtract. we subtract whatever they won. Subtract the items won. So Andre's fair share is 243,000, but he won a farm worth 430,000. So he is going to wind up owing 186,667, because that's not fair. If he's only entitled to 243, but he won something worth 430, then he has to make up the difference, right? B won a $59,000 item, so we're going to subtract that. So 243 minus 59,000 is 184,333. And then Chad won a $175,000 item. So 253,333 minus 175,000. That's 78,333. All right. So far Andre owes 186,000. B and Chad are gaining 184 and then 78,000. Okay. So now we have to reconcile all these dollar amounts. So we do what's called the cash in and the cash out. The cash in is how much cash is flowing into the estate, into the cash register. So Andre owes 186,667. That's money that Andre is paying into the cash register because he owes it to the estate. Then it's going to get dispersed to B and Chad from the estate. There's also 100,000 cash in the estate. Remember that? That's what's different about this from the previous problem. If there's ever cash, starting cash in the estate, that goes into the cash in. Okay? So there's $286,000 sitting in this cash register of the estate that needs to be dispersed to B and Chad. B and Chad are cashing out 184,333 and 78,333. So how much are they cashing out? Add those two numbers up. They're cashing out 262,666. All right. So there's $286,000 flowing into the estate because Andre owes money, plus there's 100,000 sitting in there initially. But then there's 262 flowing out of the estate. So you subtract these. All right. So 286,667 minus 262,666. It's $24,001. All right, and that $1 came out like that because we rounded. That's called the surplus. Because we rounded, we left off the change. That's why it's like $1 off. So the surplus then gets divvied up by however many people are in the estate. So $24,001 divided by 3 is about $8,000. This is called This is called the bonus. That means everyone's getting $8,000 back. At the very end, after all the money's reconciled, everyone gets an $8,000. It's like a refund. So I'm just gonna shrink this all. Okay, so that $8,000 bonus gets paid back to every single person. So I usually write it right there on this line. And then these final amounts are everyone's final settlements. This is basically our final answer coming up here. So now, Andre owed negative 186,667, but he's getting an $8,000 refund back. So he only owes 178,667 now. Okay. B is getting 184,333 and plus an $8,000 bonus, so that's 192,333. And then Chad is getting 86,333 when you add those. And those are your final answers right there. This is your final dollar amounts for everyone. So your summary. Andre gets the farm and owes $178,667. All right. B gets the painting and 192,333. All right, let's just move this out of the way here. And then Chad gets, what did Chad win? Chad won the house and 186,333. And this is your final answer. Now you could check. You could check to see that all the dollar amounts basically zero out. That every dollar into the estate should flow out of the estate. There should be no money left over in the estate at all. So Andre owing 178,000, right? This is just how we check our final answer. Let's just open up Desmos real quick. So Andre owes 178,667. Plus there was $100,000 in there originally, right? So that means $278,667 was in the estate. Well, that should equal the amount of money that's getting paid out to the other two people. So B is getting 192,333, and then Chad is getting 86,333. So look at that. See those two numbers? They're essentially equal. They're off by $1 because we rounded the change. Remember in the very beginning steps, we rounded the change. It came out to 0.33, but we left those off, those decimal amounts, the change. So that means that all the money that was in the estate, which was the $100,000 plus what Andre paid in, is getting paid out of the estate to B and Chad, who are receiving money. And it comes down to basically a $1 difference, but that $1 difference is due to rounding, so it's just ignored. We don't need to. It's negligible. All right, so that's how you do an example with cash. It's a long process, so watch this video twice if you need to. I know it's a long video, but everything contained in this video is exactly what you need to do to get these problems right. All right, if you want to try this example, you have to make the chart yourself. But on the quiz, the charts will already be given to you, so you don't have to fill in the charts yourself. All right, good luck, everyone.